Alright, welcome in y'all to this next part of the Subaru teardown, rebuild, etc. part. So I got a little bit ahead, which I will throw some clips in here, but did pull the motor a couple of days ago, so I'll throw some clips in right now. Okay, so you'll see I struggled with it a bit. I'm going to give a quick note to people that might be pulling their EJ for the first time, or anything in general kind of. So I was fighting it in here for a while, and then I was like, I couldn't figure out why I was struggling so much. And then my dad reminded me, he was like, there's a fork pin in there, which is fork pin. So yeah, that sits right in here under the starter. You can't really see it. That sits in there. The only way to get it out is take off this cover with an Allen or a star, and then it has little threads in there. You just put a bolt in there and you can pull it right out. It's not super complicated, but if you forget about it, you're gonna be fighting and being like, yo, why is it not coming out? So yeah, got that out. Clear, sort of. Got the AC compressor here, power steering reservoir here. These lines are going to be pulled because I have that Chase base kit. I'm going to try to clean this up as much as possible. I'm going to find a new master cylinder. If you see, for some reason this is zip tied, that's from the previous owner and I never fixed it. And I honestly didn't notice until like the second time I pulled the motor. I want to cut this battery holder out completely. I just don't know if I'll have the time, but I also might have the time because I spoke to my head guy for building my heads, the machine shop, and he's sitting at about 4 months out right now. So I'm not sure what's gonna happen, but I do know I need to tear this engine down and get these heads out to him as soon as possible to measure and see what needs to be done. So it's gonna be steps. Somebody's laughing back there. That's weird. Okay. So yeah, intake manifold, TGVs, everything's coming off. Most of it's getting replaced with other parts I already have. So yeah, I'm just gonna start off with, I'm gonna pull off this clutch, and then I'm gonna get it onto the motor mount that I have not fully set up yet. And then we will go from there. So yeah, I'll check back in once the motor hopefully is on the stand. Hopefully I can do this by myself. Okay, I'm back. That took a little bit longer than I expected. I had to get the flywheel off and the XD clutch. Now it's on the mount though. That was a struggle and a half. I wasn't sure if it was gonna fit for a second, but you know how it goes. Yeah, I fought that. I had something else to say, I don't remember what it was. It'll come to me. But yeah, so I'll just start taking this apart. Starting off with taking the chain off that I used. Yeah, it's gonna be, I barely remember how to take this thing apart. I'm gonna start with the wiring harness, hopefully around all these accessories. This one, the coil packs, that way I can clean out at least this main part of the harness and get it out of the way from this side. And then from this side, just to get the intake manifold off, disconnect the rest of the this side of the harness. I should be able to slide it over these fuel lines like I did last time. But yeah, it's just like the alternator, just accessories. Like this whole thing has to be stripped down to basically nothing. So start doing that. So yeah, anyway, I'll check back in with y'all when once I start getting certain things off, and I'll point things out, and I'll be like, this is where we're at, just kind of thing, just so you're prepared. Yeah. All right. So quick update. I took the alternator off. I started. Oh, the oil's draining. I think you can tell this thing's been sitting for a little while now. But yeah, alternator's off. I started taking off the harness like I was talking about, which also led into the injectors, which I forgot to mention. And then I started taking stuff off of the turbo because that's going to be the next accessory that I'm going to be taking off. So, coolant line's loose, oil feed line, the intake, the parent inlet should be loose. All the bolts are off of the exhaust. And yeah, it's I've been just fighting battle after battle. I don't know if you can see. I literally smacked my face on the engine a second ago. I didn't realize how tight my drain plug was. So yeah, it's just gonna be a constant process. I'll throw in a couple of time lapses here and there. Won't do as long as ones anymore. And yeah, just keep updating, keep watching, and hope you're all enjoying. And all right, that is a small time lapse of me taking off the intake manifold. Flip, flip, flip. All right, so now we're down to the TGVs and the fuel lines here. I still haven't fully gotten this wiring harness off, but I wanted to clear up some room so I could take out the power steering pump. And yeah, we're getting somewhere, slowly but surely. Did get the turbo off. It's a baby turbo. But I think from whatever it was, I have some minor damage on my fins. Yeah, you can see it all in this barrel. It's all scratchy. I don't know what it was. And I'm a little more concerned that I might have to spend more money to fix it, or I want a bigger one, but I can't afford a bigger one. And there's no point if I've been playing around with the idea that I might sell the car when I'm done. And I have a couple reasonings behind that. I've had this car for, say, 3 years now. And since I bought it, I've had nothing but issues. It's barely seen the road for more than maybe 500 miles since I've bought it. And it's just, as much as I love my Subaru and I've loved all the Subarus I've had before it, it's been a headache and a hassle of trying to balance that with the rest of life at the same time. And so I've been contemplating the idea of possibly selling it. And I haven't made an official decision yet, but it's been on my mind for a while. That once this is done and I'll be putting down, I'm going to sit at a healthy 450 all-wheel, and that's it, and just have a little bit of fun and then be gone. Don't know what I would get next, don't know what I'll do next, but yeah, that's kind of my thoughts. If anybody wants to tell me otherwise, let me know. I also noticed something on here, by the way. I've been having, I think this is from it sitting, because I had it on here, and I also had it on, oh, it's over here. On the actual coolant. There it is. I'm just blind. I was like, is it down there? No, it's right here. So, right here is oxidization. So, mind you, the car sat in storage for 2 years, a little over 2 years. And in that time, a lot of things can get damaged. Like, you saw the oil, that didn't look pretty good. That did not look good at all. The oxidization of the coolant. It's seen some better days. That's about it. TGVs. I got some better ones, some nice ones. I can't wait to start opening all the new stuff I have for this thing. But yeah, unfortunately my camera's gonna die soon, so I'm probably gonna cut it off for today. And when I come back, we'll continue on. We'll probably get out the harness. We'll get out the fuel lines and the TGVs, hopefully. That way we can be stripped down to just long block, and then I can focus on taking off the heads and going from there. Makes sense? I think it's a pretty good idea. But no, I appreciate you joining me today, and I hope you're excited to see how this goes in the next following videos of it being more torn apart and then also it going back together. It's gonna be some time. Like I said, the heads guy has a 4-month wait period, so I'm gonna keep looking around just in case there is better options or other options for quicker time that also do good work. I was like, he obviously does really good work to be having a 4-month wait. So yeah, anyway, yeah, and I'll let you all know if I find anything else, but I appreciate you joining me, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Adios.